Hello all my happy viewers! So guys, with the release of Jurassic World Rebirth coming out next year, I actually went back and started rewatching the Jurassic series in its entirety, including the Netflix show Camp Cretaceous. Personally, I love this series from beginning to end, and it helped us connect certain things from the movies that we didn't know before. For example, because of the show, we know the first scene in Fallen Kingdom takes place 6 months after the event of the first film. We're also shown how Dodson got the Barbasol cannon he had given to Dennis Nedry in the original Jurassic Park. But that aside, I wanted to talk about one thing in particular, or rather, one scene. The bulk of the events of the first season of Camp Cretaceous takes place during the first Jurassic World. Because of this, we're actually shown what the Indominus was up to off-screen in the film. She went sightseeing, even tried to go ziplining. Jokes aside, we're actually shown a second antagonist throughout the first season, that being Toro. Before the show came out, Toro was front and center in a lot of the promotional material, leading us to believe that he'd be the central dinosaur threat to the campers. However, he's only shown 3 times. Once before the Indominus broke him out, and twice after. The second time had the campers try to sneak by him onto a monorail, and the third time was the final episode. But did you guys know Toro was almost shown another time? As it would be, Toro was actually replaced by the Indominus in one episode. People have talked about this deleted sequence many times before here on YouTube, but I thought I'd give my own thoughts on it as well. In the episode Happy Birthday Eddie, the campers meet the titular Eddie, a scientist who was left alone in the genetics lab after everyone else ran off when the Indominus attacked. After he tried to ditch the kids by taking the van they used to get there, the Indominus knocks it over and kills Eddie. Then, she proceeds to stalk the campers through a nearby shipping container yard. But something always felt off to me about that. For one, the Indominus is easily distracted in this scene. The Indominus we see in the film would never be fooled this easily. Secondly, the campers get away so easily for how close the Indominus was to them at so many points in this sequence. It wasn't until I found this that the scene made so much more sense. This animatic shows that originally Toro was meant to be in this scene, not the Indominus. We see an alternate view of how Eddie is attacked, and this honestly morbidly funny shot of his birthday hat falling as he's killed by the Carnotaurus. I spelled Carnosaurus right there. If I'm gonna be honest, I would have preferred Toro to be in this scene anyways. And for a number of reasons. Reason number 1, we have enough Indominus content as is. She's the central antagonist of the first Jurassic World film, and she sets the campers up on this perilous journey to find help when she destroys the zipline tower, and wrecks the campsite off-screen. We see her again as the series shows us an alternate view of Masrani's death. If you ask me, that's enough Indominus for this series. Reason number 2, Toro is easily distracted by the campers on more than one occasion in this series. The Indominus is shown to be much smarter than to be distracted by someone throwing something off screen. This is a dinosaur that is smart enough to camouflage and catch ACU units off guard, smart enough to mark up a wall to make it look like she'd escaped without anybody knowing, and even spot the campers from way down on the ground when they were high up in the zipline tower. She's not going to be easily fooled by someone throwing a rock. Reason number 3. We did not get enough Toro in this first season, at least in my opinion. Like I said earlier, Toro was shown in so much promotional and tie-in material that we all thought he'd be the central antagonist, or at least be more present than what he was. Totally not biased because Carnotaurus is one of my favorite dinosaurs. Nah. Reason number 4, the Indominus being here makes no sense. In the movie, we see the Indominus was at the remnants of Jurassic Park stalking Owen and Claire. Immediately after, Masrani's helicopter comes in with the ACU firing at her. The campers finding Eddie and being stalked through the container yard is also immediately before Masrani's death. How could the Indominus be in 2 places at once? Maybe we could chalk this up to a short passage of time, maybe the genetics lab was really close to the old park, but I highly doubt that. Those are just a couple of the reasons why I would prefer Toro to be in this episode. But regardless, what do you guys think about this? Would you prefer we gotten more Toro? Or do you like the fact that we got more Indominus content? Comment below. Well, that's gonna go ahead and do it for today's video, guys. Don't forget to like, comment, favorite, share, subscribe. Don't forget to follow all of our other pages, including our new Blue Sky page. And as always, stay fantastic, happy viewers.